I'm going to show you how to make coins, and a ton of them right now and for the future. So basically, I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to do it in real time so you guys can see the actual effects of it. And yeah, so basically, the what you should be looking for to start off with is gold Irish players. Okay, so everyone knows that, well, you do now, that the St. Patrick's Day event is coming up soon. So invest in Irish players. I highly recommend to do it. We all know that there is going to be either an SBC or an offline tournament to compete in where you're going to need Irish players, and probably all Irish players. So join in on that and get those players ASAP. Okay, so basically you can get still a lot of them for fairly cheap right now, and especially because it's the weekend, you will be able to get a fair few of them quite cheap. On top of this, you also need to target silver left backs, because there are no gold left backs. There are no gold Irish left backs, and the minimum that these left backs are selling for at the moment are 1,500. Now, I just watched a couple before, and let's go into it. I just watched two of them before that were selling cheaper than that, and oh, it's these two here. Right, so they haven't sold yet. But one before sold for 1,300 straight away. You know what, let's try and list one right now. I picked up a fair few, and we will list this guy. So I picked him up for 200 coins earlier, and I'll list one of my other ones I paid too much for. This guy. Let's go, and we'll see if he sells by the time I'm done with this. So we'll put him up for 1,300, and we bought him for 750. We can definitely get him a lot cheaper than that. But just for the purpose of this, I want to show you guys, and hopefully he'll sell. They usually sell within the hour, definitely, but sometimes they sell straight away. So I've invested a ton of coins into these players. Just like my whole transfer list is full of Irish players. Also, right backs are definitely something you should invest in. High rated right backs, because the only highest rated right back is Seamus Coleman. And after him, then your next best is looking at around a 70 silver rated player. There are no gold right backs. We are limited for players, and for the SBC, it's going to happen where all these players are going to get, their prices are going to get hyped up. Okay, and finally, my final tip is to build a Northern Irish team. Now, they may not be included in the squad building challenge, but there may be a requirement where you need one of these players or a couple of these Northern Irish players to be in the squad building challenge, or even in the tournament. So pick up a couple of them. I highly recommend it. You can't go wrong. I picked up these players for 400. So quick sell value. All these players are selling for around quick sell value. You can pick up all these silvers for 150 to 200. Build yourself a team. As you can see, I'll show you right now that I have built myself a full team of Irish players, and I have backups on top of all that. Now, for those who have extra coins, could be potentially interested in purchasing McGeady or a couple of the other informs who are selling for not too much. I think McGeady at the moment is selling for, let's have a look. I can't look. Okay, I think he's selling for around 14 to 15k right now, which isn't a lot. It's not much more than quick sell value. I think he quick sells for around 9.9, and so you'd be losing about 5k at the very most, and that's just expecting the price to drop, which never really happens anyway. So I built a full squad, and I've got obviously all those players on my bench as well, and all the players in my transfer list that I'm going to use. You guys need to jump on this. I'm telling you, St. Patrick's Day is about 10 days away, I think. I think it's the 14th or something. You guys need to jump on this ASAP. These players are literally, there are players who are selling for quick sell. Two of the players who I highly recommend jumping on, Randolph and Arta, as well as a normal McGeady card, at some point were selling for 600, which is quick sell value. So even if you decide to bail out of this and you don't want to commit to it, you're getting your money back. You cannot lose. Okay, and likelihood is that they're even going to go up a little bit at the very least. I've picked up a fair few McCarthy's for 650, which is 2 coins less than quick sell value. He quick sells for 648. I picked him up for 650. I can't lose. And he's probably going to go up in price, because if there is a rating limit on the SBC or on the tournament, then these two players, especially Seamus Coleman and McCarthy, are going to sell so quickly because they're going to need these players. Also, for the fact that there is only one gold right back for Ireland, guys. Okay? Other potential players to pick up, you've got Whelan, you've got Houlihan, you've got Given, you've got Walters, Gibson, Stephen Ireland, a couple of others. You've got Brady from both. It doesn't matter which one you pick up. You can pick up all these players. Delaney. You can pick these all up for around 350 to 400 coins. You'd be silly not to. Honestly, these players are going to go up in price. I wouldn't bother with the bronzes, but you could also potentially invest in the bronze cards. You can pick all of them up probably for about 150 coins. So if you just want to invest in a ton of them instead, but the likelihood is that with the SBC there is going to be a rating limit, and you're going to have to fill a team of players who aren't just bronzes, unlike what it's been in the past where you can literally just build a team of all Irish players and the bronzes were selling for like 10k. But we saw with this the Dali Ali SBC how those MK Dons players, they went extinct at some point. They literally went extinct. Now I'm predicting the same thing for left backs, because there really aren't that many left backs in who are from Ireland who are of a higher rated. So I picked up a couple here, but I highly recommend you to invest in these players, because they will sell, and even if they don't sell straight away, they will eventually sell for a ton more. Now I could have listed this player up for 500 and picked him up. I picked up like three or four of these cards for around 200 coins, so I could make profit straight away. And you could make profit straight away. The other morning, I just, for the sake of it, I just listed a couple for about 1100, and they sold straight away before I'd even got back into the transfer. So guys, I promise you, you will end up making coins on these. If not now, then in the future. So it's up to you what you decide to do. It's also a good way to trade right now, just to make coins if you want. Pick up some of these as cheap as you can. They're really not selling for a lot. There are gaps in the market where they sell for quick sell value, and you can sell them for a lot more, because the lowest buy now on these cards is sitting around 1500 right now. So if somebody's looking to build a team and they can't be bothered to bid, then this is where you make your money. Alright guys, like I said, I did this in real time. I wanted you guys to see it. Unfortunately, this didn't sell. I wish it had of to show you guys that it does sell, but I promise you that these cards will sell, and you can see for yourself. They're getting inflated as the day goes on. We can see here 1400, 1500. This guy 200. I'll literally buy that. Okay, awesome. I just picked up one for 200. As you can see, guys, these cards will start selling very shortly, and for 200 coins you cannot go wrong. So pick up on them. I promise you these will go up. I promise you these will go up in price, and you will end up making money off them. Because if you are required a left back, and the chances are that there's going to be a formation that needs a left back, they're probably not going to play 3 centre backs at the back in the squad building challenge, or if you need a left back for that competition, then these are the players you're going to need, and people are going to just be they're going to be so sought after that people will be paying anything for them. There is a potential that these players could be selling for 10k. There is the potential, and I'm hoping that's the case. I've loaded up on these players. It is a bit of a risk, but they are definitely going to do something for St. Patrick's Day. Invest in Irish players. At the very least, invest in players who are at quick sell value. You will not lose your money, and if they do go up in price, then you win. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. If this was helpful for you and you want more tips, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join in on my streams, because I stream pretty much daily, and I'll be happy to share all my tips for making coins. If this did help you, don't forget to share it with your friends. And yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.